Instagram, hello, good morning, what's going on? Today we're talking about Tinder. I've been in a relationship with Robin before Tinder came out, so unfortunately I've never had the pleasure of using it. If I were to get single, would I get Tinder? Probably. For me, the curiosity is just too great. Golly gosh, it's booty call on demand with a fucking app. It's pretty impressive if you really step back and look at the phenomenon. Like, that is a really crazy invention, Tinder. So I would test it out. Now, would I be looking for my next girlfriend or my next partner or wife or a long-term relationship on Tinder? That's another story. For mating and fucking someone and getting them to come around, oh yeah. But for a girlfriend, for me personally, I'm gonna run into some issues with quality control there. I'm gonna want a rigorous set of procedures to do a quality control measure. Here's the thing. Not everyone thinks of themselves like a king or a queen. I do. I think I'm the king, so I'm looking for a queen. I'm not looking to do a long-term relationship with some fucking person who hasn't got their shit together. There are 7 areas of empowerment that I look at. And maybe you want to look at the areas too. Health, wealth, wisdom, business, relationships, social leadership, and spiritual mission. These are the areas that when you have someone who's empowered in all of them, they are going to be a king or a queen. They're going to be powerful human beings. So real quick, here's the measure. Health, you want someone who's physically vital and hot and has beauty. You want wealth, who's someone who's financially independent, got their money game right. Someone who's wise. You don't want to be dating a dumb fuck. You can't even hold a decent conversation. You want to have someone on a business mission. Someone who has figured out their unique service to the world and who has created a business around that so that they can work for themselves rather than working for someone else. You want someone who has their family and relationships together. If they have baggage from their childhood because the dad did something, you don't want to be fucking dealing with that. Unless, of course, you have a rescue complex and that kind of thing floats your boat. That's cool. But then you're looking for an ionic relationship rather than a covalent bonding. We'll talk about that in a second. The next thing you want is social leadership. You want to have someone who's connected socially. You don't want someone who's so introverted they don't even want to put themselves out there. And maybe one of the biggest of the whole 7 is someone who has a spiritual mission. You want someone who's inspired by something, who when they get out of bed, they spring into gear and they go and start working on their mission. Nothing worse than being around someone 24/7 who's just moping around life, dragging their bloody heels. And so if you're going for 10s in every area of life, here's the thing with that. The people who have 10s in every area of life have a queue out the door, and there's so many people vying for them that they don't have time to get on Tinder. The truth is that someone who's empowered in all areas of their life carries such a magnetism that if they ever get single, they just have to stand there, wait for the breeze to blow, and people will be pulled to them automatically and effortlessly. So you won't find too many on Tinder. And if you do, chances are they're just on the app to find someone to have sex with before they find the next king or queen. So I love the idea of Tinder. And if you're single and you're using it, golly gosh, enjoy every moment of it. Because if you ever get the girlfriend or the boyfriend, you'll be thinking, fuck, I wish I was on Tinder. When you have the one, you're thinking about the many. And when you're shagging the many, you're thinking, golly gosh, I want the one. But if your strategy is to use it to find a king or a queen or a husband or a wife or a boyfriend, girlfriend, or the long-term person, I think the strategy's a little soft. I think you should look into the strategy. At least build a quiz so that when you meet the person, you can have them complete the survey and then find out how empowered they are. And the biggest elephant of the whole entire lesson here is, if you're not going for a king or a queen, if you're not going for someone who's empowered in all areas of their life, why the hell not? Why would you not want the best? I know a lot of people are acting on desperation rather than on inspiration. They're making lifelong decisions because they think that that's all they can get or think that that's all they can deserve, and they're not happy, they're not fulfilled, they know that it's not inspiring, it's desperate. And if you start committing to desperation, you will pay a price in the long run. So don't get caught up in these ages. Oh my God, I'm this age now, I should be getting married and having a fucking kid and doing a house and all this crap that people have bought into. You lock yourself into something desperate. And I could talk on this topic forever. I didn't even talk about ionic and covalent bonding. Oh my God, I got a lot to talk about. The dynamics of power couple relationships, how to find one, how to sustain one. I'm going to build a whole course on that thing, but I got a lot to talk about on the topic. There's one final thing. Before you write in offended and say, well, I met my person, my boyfriend, girlfriend here on that and doing the thing and we're perfect and we're king and queen, all this stuff. Okay, I believe you. I'm not going to reply. You're an anomaly. I'm talking about the average here.